Hello, guys. Welcome to Nigeria. Welcome to 2023. Sorry. All right. We have a very important show this year, and I wish you best of luck as you listen and watch. All right. So here with me is Pastor Favor Bewitch. So you'll be hearing words of advice, and I just want you to get the best from him. He's a man with youthful heart. He's ready to impart your life. Welcome him to the show. All right, Pastor Favor, welcome, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so he's going to be talking about internet fraud, and we'll be addressing some important questions that seem to be challenging. And I do believe that answers to these questions will change your life. And if you are intending to go into internet fraud, will definitely change your mind, because the person here is going to change your mind for you by God's grace. All right, sir. Please give us a little information about internet fraud.
Okay. Talking about internet fraud, we have the positive mindsets, but still negative. We have the positive mindset about it, and we have the negative, total, blunt negative mindset about it. So the positive mindset, coming on the positive mindset, why people really think internet fraud is a win-win for them is because going through the background study of the nation, Nigeria, they have a belief that the white men came and they colonized us. And so then it's like they took our wealth. So everybody into internet fraud now they want to collect back the wealth that was stolen from us. So, and it's more or less looking like we are trying to fight our battle ourselves, and despite all they've taken back from us, the point is that they did not take us, so we still remain. So that's the positive mindset. Some people, that's the only standing point. Everybody has to defend themselves during internet fraud. So that's what they have in defending themselves. So, but the negative part is that when somebody steals from a market, they call the person a thief. And the negative part is still that when somebody dupes a person, the person is still called a thief. So that's just what it is. So the major point is that it is still stealing. So you cannot win stealing by stealing. That's just what it is. So you actually win stealing by not stealing. That's just what it is. But so we are trying to play a game. We're trying to play a defense game back to what they've done for us, and that's not. So internet fraud is stealing. In fact, just stealing. So let me just stop there.
I heard something. You cannot win stealing by stealing. You can only win stealing by not stealing. I told you earlier. Anyways, we are just starting. Sam, my questions are here. My first question is, why do students go into internet fraud?
Okay. Why students go into internet fraud? I want to say, I had this in mind since, and the only reason I feel students going into internet fraud is lack of hard work. You know, from the Bible, from Genesis chapter 1, everybody thinks that the reason why we are sweating is because Adam fell. And that's an error. Even before the fall of Adam, God told Adam, I kept you in this garden, till the ground. That was hard work. So, and there is no way we till the ground without sweating. Yeah. So the sweat did not come by their fall. So meaning that God created man to still walk. Yeah. Even if Adam had not fallen, if we were still in the Garden of Eden, we will still be tilling the ground and keeping the garden. Yeah. And that's still hard work. Yeah. So I think the main reason why students actually venture into internet fraud is shying away from hard work, shying away from the work of your hands. So that's just my own standing point.
Yeah, that's true. That seems to be the basics of every other thing.
You're right.
Because for you, if you embrace hard work, no matter peer pressure,
that's what it is.
Face your business.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, sir.
My next question is, we have different people guiding or serving as guardians for these our youths. You have their parents, their school, and they themselves. So, looking at internet fraud, what do we do?
Okay.
Who do we blame? Do we blame the parent? Do we blame the school? Or we blame the
If we leave out the parents or we leave out the school, let me start from the parents. If we say we are not blaming the parents, I have this is just something that happened recently around our area here with Dalemo side or so. A mother bought laptop for the child, generator for the child, and and gave just made everything available, bought phone for the child, and locked the child in a room and told the child, what your friends do outside that they use and bring money to their parents, do it. And the mother was buying fuel consistently into the generator. So that's the parent part. If we are to sideline parents, what of that? So if we look at school also, we go into the case of bribery from class, and so many class teachers also, they actually make these students get into these things, like always speaking to them words that are not encouraging, making them understand that no matter how much you read, you cannot make it. I'm here, I'm earning salary. So the students feel like this is the future I'm going into, and this is somebody I'm looking up to. Let me just venture into it. So the teachers have their part, the school have their part to play in it, the parents have their part to play in it, and the student, God is the writer of everybody's life, but we also can rewrite what we want. So it is my decision to follow what is said. It is my decision to follow what I see. So the decision lies in our hands. So I could say that the way it is the one way that we know that is the fault of the student is the decision making, and one way is the fault of the parent is teaching the child the way he ought to live. And one way is that the fault of the school is by just understanding that these students came here for academics, give them the academics and let them work on it.
Thank you very much. I think we must have heard a lot from the parents, the teachers, the students themselves.
Yeah.
You guys need to rise up to that challenge. Parents, if you know you want to help your child, be much more direct. Don't. For instance, he gave an illustration about a child that the parents made provisions for. We are not saying that parents should not make provision for a child, but that information is quite powerful.
Yeah.
Asking your child to be indoors to do what your friends are doing to make money is not right. You might find out that your child can go as deep as one could ever even imagine.
Even deeper.
Honestly.
Yeah.
But we just hope that this generation finds better people like us.
Yeah.
Better people like Pastor Favor. Change their life. Honestly.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
That word.
And also, if I may add, the Bible says that child are the heritage of the Lord. So we must understand that the parents are just like housing the child. They are heritage of the Lord. So you must understand that beyond your parents, there is somebody superior who is in charge of your life. So your parents has little or nothing to do in this thing, but they just have an influence on you. So you must still be the one to decide if you want to be an heritage or you want to be a vintage. So it's possible.
If you want to be an heritage or a vintage, God knows. Okay, so we've seen this. We want to know. We need advice. Actually, we are youths, so we need advice from elders like you. We have different categories of youth rather. Those that want to join internet fraud, want to do Yahoo. I think I need to use their language. Those that want to do Yahoo, and those that are already doing Yahoo, and those that are already facing the consequences of Yahoo. So they need various. I think you do us a favor by giving those groupings their advice, so you can save a lot. This generation needs salvation.
Yeah.
We need to save them.
They really need to. Okay, coming from the perspective of those just coming into this Yahoo of a thing, and those who have been into it. Okay, let's start from those coming into it, just thinking or wanting to do it. The point is that how do I see myself? I look at my past, I look at my present, then I look at the future I can probably have. Though it's still under probability, as if I could live up to it. So then I see, okay, what I'm facing presently, is it enough to take me away from the paths of what I have in the future? So there's still possibility that as I am now, I can still become the president of Nigeria, I can still become the governor, I can still become anything. I know one can tell. God knows best, whatever it is that anyone can become. So you would look at you becoming someone successful and you eating your success now and later on begging for success in the future. So that's what you will look into. So you want to become successful in haste. So look at it. I want to become successful. I work towards it. So you have to put the work into practice. You have to be ready to put the work into practice. So if you are about to do or take the decision, just take a decision. Passion your zeal towards working hard on your academics. School is not a scam. Everyone saying school is a scam, I've not been to school. Or everyone saying school is a scam, I've either been to school and not get the benefit of school. School is never a scam. The certificate is never a scam. So you really need to understand that I need to work hard and really put myself into practice. For those into internet fraud, I guess the only option I can give is that this thing is face. In the next 5 years, Yahoo will not be the talk of town. I bet it with you. Something else will come up. In the last 10 years, Yahoo was not the talk of town. It was something else. This time, Yahoo is the talk of town. You would fade away soonest. Sooner than you think you will fade away. It's better you come out of what it is. And it is very hard though. I have a friend who was really deep into it. It's very hard. Because I know your expenses will be high. You would never want to wear clothes that are cheap. You would not want to buy super clothes. But the point is that if you would want to correct yourself, you must go back to the scratch. The Bible says if the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? There was no response to it in the Bible. But the only response to it is that the foundation or the person who wants the foundation, go back to the foundation and start building again. And if you go back to the foundation and start building again, you might not have block. You might not have sand. You start getting sand, you start getting block. So go back to the scratch. Start learning how to live low so that you'll be able to get high. So that's just what it is. And for every other person who is just out there, we really need to work hard. We need to take up hard work. Hard work is important. We need to work. We need to work. The Bible says that Jesus speaking, I'm very sorry I'm quoting a lot of Bible. So the Bible says that I will do the work of him that sent me while it is day. If Jesus can walk, who are you not to walk? If God can walk, who are we not to walk? So it's normal, it is paramount. We are to work as human. So I don't know if I answered the last question.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You did. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for coming around.
Thank you very much for having me.
Generation through this medium. We believe that thousands of people will see this video.
Believe that.
Would want to change their ways.
Yes.
So guys, we look forward to getting more of this from other anointed ministers, other people that are prominent, that have you in mind.
Yeah.
And definitely you're going to change. Yeah. If you don't want to change, you will change by force.
By God's grace. Yes.
Thank you very much. God bless you.